Team. Welcome to this call. This is Neo Life Family. We are so grateful to be together at this time. It's on a Thursday evening. This is the Neo Life Business. You are greeted by Samge Mokoena. I'm here together with my husband. We started the business some time back, long time ago. In fact, he recruited me into the business when I was a student doing my final year, was studying doing information technology. God was grateful. God is good, and I say God is good all the time because I found myself changing my career from doing information technology into becoming a business lady by chance. I was a very shy somebody, never thought I would do this business. But this wonderful man here believed in me. He said, I'll train you. I'll show you how to do this business. And here I am, 20 years later, I'm still enjoying the New Life business. When we started, I didn't even have money to join the business, but we always say, where there's a will, there is a way. So it happened. And I've been trained. I used to be scared to stand in front of people and talk about this business, but through the help of the upline and the Neo Life business, I've been trained and now I'm able to stand in front of people and talk about this business. What has helped us to find ourselves saying that we've built wealth over time, we've been consistent in what we are doing. We thank God that we understand that in his word, he says he will bless the work of your hands. So if you work diligently, he is also, and you trust in him, he will guide you through and through. Because this is not a quick get rich scheme. This is business. So you've got to be trained and be able to run the business. I've been thinking one of these days, thinking about at the time when in our country, we had a recession. I think it was around about 2007, 2008, if I'm not mistaken. But we were not focused on a recession. What we were focused on mainly was building the New Life business. And what was more exciting is that the more you focus on your business, it's the more you see the results. So it was quite interesting to see that if we are focused on the results, on working, and we see the results, we started now realizing money coming into our business, which one of the things that we found ourselves achieving. I remember when we got married with my husband, we used to stay in a 2-bedroom flat. Through this business, we managed to move from a 2-bedroom flat to a 5-bedroom house. Now, from that 5-bedroom house, we live in a house with a house on top of it, as my father-in-law would say. And we are so grateful for the house that we have. We've have other properties as well. We've been able to invest into a commercial property because of the New Life business. You know, when I'm talking about living in a house with a house on top of it, some people dream to have that. And once they've got that house, now it becomes a struggle to maintain it. But through the New Life business, we know that we can be able to maintain it. We've got a big yard, we can maintain it. We've got a swimming pool, we can maintain it. Because I've seen that some people have got these big houses, a swimming pool, but you find the swimming pool is so green, they can't even clean it because they've run short of finances. But through the New Life business, we've been able to balance our finances. We've been trained how to look after our finances. And also through the New Life business, we've been able to travel together as a couple. Our children, they go to schools that we as a couple are happy about. We are blessed with 3 beautiful girls. And I would like to hand over to my husband to tell you more about the business, how you can also create wealth using the New Life opportunity. Over to you, my love. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. She says she'll disappear, so I'll remain by myself. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Neolaf. I know we have got some guests with us who have come to just have a sneak preview at what we do at Neolaf. And welcome to all the distributors who have been part and parcel of this wonderful company that is making a positive difference in people's lives in general or across the globe. I've been associated with Neolife now for about 28 years. And I think my wife has said it all. I would really like um, perhaps just to bring a deeper understanding of what Neolife is all about, what we do at Neolife, and how you can use Neolife to your advantage. And also to bring about hope as well to distributors who have been with us for some time. So I'll just switch over to my PowerPoint presentation very quickly. Just to share with you, if I can just find it. Let's see. Fantastic. Here we go. Sorry for the delay there. So I'll just jump into the presentation. So as my wife has rightfully put it, we started really from the bottom. I think that is the best place to start, simply because then you learn every trick of the trade. You go through personal transformation. I end up calling Neolife a university of life, where you learn things that you wouldn't ordinarily learn, whether you're in class or some other people who try to hide from you. I would say back in the days, even still now, I was really hungry for success. I just could not understand how some people can drive Range Rovers when others are in a taxi, traveling in a taxi. So I just said I wouldn't accept it for myself to not experience or enjoy the pleasures of life if we are all human and are given the equal opportunities. And I went through life growing up, graduated as an engineer. But the longer I worked as an engineer, the more I got indebted in such a way that I had 5 years into the game. I realized I've got to do something better than this. Then I started looking for opportunities and remembered that my parents, because I'm a second generation, were doing Neolife. And then I knocked at their door and they said, with pleasure, come, we'll teach you. And I was hoping in a way that they will do it for me, but no, it didn't happen like that. They taught me how to fish so that I could fish for the rest of my life instead of fishing for me. So I'm here saying I am a living testimony of what this business can do for people. If you've got the right attitude and you are in pain, let me put it that way. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, this is the opportunity for you. If you find yourself wanting to supplement your income, this is the business. I mean, nowadays, life dictates that you can no longer rely on one income. You've got to have another income. And hey, why don't you try Neolife? And how does Neolife work? here I'm about to talk about the three pillars, really, of success. If you look around you, you will find that the businesses that are flourishing, that are moving the world, rely on products that are in demand, products that are needed by society, products that will stand the test of time. And we are proud of Neolife products because there's basically no competition for Neolife products, simply because nature is the blueprint of Neolife products. That means you cannot have competition because whichever product will be competing with Neolife will be competing against nature. So you will find that it is positioned in a very growing space. You will not in 10, 20, 50 years to come find that our products are no longer in demand. And secondly, the second pillar that we have is the compensation plan. And you really want to be in business whereby you are well compensated and the company commits itself. In fact, when you become part of Neolife, you enter into an agreement with Neolife that what they have promised as a way of compensation, they will do so. And in the 28 years that I've been here, everything that the company has promised has delivered every time. When I say every time, I mean every month. And what is absolute joy for me is that when you are part of Neolife, you become part of this community, a community of people who are striving to make a positive difference in their families, in their lives, and the community at large. My wife and I have developed friendships, have got families, extended families through Neolife. Something that we would never have thought possible before Neolife. There are people who are not muted and their sound is disturbing. If we can have a look, thank you. But yes, I must say that these three success pillars are all well and good and realistic, but they make no difference in your life if you don't bring them into your life or your home. And secondly, once you have done that, you have got to have the proper habits, success habits, as we call them. So what do we mean by success habits? These are the things that you wake up every day and you do without even thinking about. Yes, maybe in the beginning, they don't start off quite easily. You have got to try hard to make them become habitual, but they've got to end up being habits. What is that? Number one, I have found that people do not reach their potentials in life, do not achieve what they wish they could achieve, simply because they don't have goals, well-defined goals. And goals don't cost any money. A goal is something that motivates you to get up in the morning before you finish sleeping and sleep late at night without even feeling the pain. Why? Because there's a goal that you are chasing. The goal has got to be so strong and exciting for you that you sacrifice a lot of things. I remember when I started, my goal was to drive a black Range Rover with 19-inch wheels, with a heated seat and a fridge inside. You know, man, this goal of mine was such a burning one. that I sacrificed everything. And through that, I managed to build what a lot of people would term quite a big business. What is your goal? Do you have a goal? I know a lot of people, perhaps beginning of the year, they set themselves to achieve some goals. I'm not sure how they stand right now. The year is almost over, but I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about something that is deeper than that. For me as well, it was my children. I couldn't bring children into this world that I would fail to provide for. That is why I could get up in the morning at about 3 o'clock. I could go to bed in about 1 o'clock in the morning, simply because I wanted to achieve that so much. And once I had got this vehicle called Neolaf, one thing they said to me is that I've got to be a product user. I've got to be my number one best customer. And that is using the products. When you use the products, you don't have to convince people that the product works. People can see. When they look at you, they can see that the product works. So I want, because of time, I won't delve much into that. But you yourself become a product user. You will talk better about the product because you know it, you are convinced that the product works. And the third one is that you've got to go out there and talk to people. I had to do a big change, personal change here. Because as an engineer, the only thing I knew how to do was to calculate and design. Talking to people was just not my cup of tea. However, I had to change and start to talk to people, greet people. And when you talk to them, you talk about the product, you talk about the opportunity. So once you do these things, you find that talking to people brings about success, causes success. A little bit, your business starts to change because you are talking to people. So what are you doing when you're talking to people? What are you trying to do? The first thing is you are trying to get the product to people to become customers. So through you using the product yourself and the customers buying the product from you, you accumulate what we call point value. Each and every product that we have at Neolife has got a unique weight called PV. We use PV and not currency simply because Neolife is in over 50 countries worldwide. If we were to use currencies, you will find our computers freezing trying to iterate. Rather, one currency that we use across the world at Neolife is called PV. So anyone who uses PV in South Africa is the same PV in the US, the UK, etc. So each and every one of us is required then to be a user and sell. Let's say you generate 100 points per month. That is possible from using and selling as little as 3 products that you see on the screen. Each and every one of these 3 bottles weighs about 34 points. So you can see that 3 of them gives you a total of 102. That is 100 points. And that's how easy it is to do 100 points. And Trident, by the way, is the fastest selling products that we have. Anyone who wants to start looking after their health must start using Trident. It's one of our number 1 energy products, let me put it that way. let me move on. So, once you are able to do these 100 points, the second action that you can do is to tell others about this opportunity. They bring in like-minded individuals, people that when you interact with, you can see that this person wants a better life for themselves. This person is sick and tired of mediocrity. Bring them into the business. We call that a 3 in 30. It will be good when you introduce other people to do what we call a 3 in 30. This is it, yeah? A 3 in 30 is when you have introduced 3 people. Let me put it in a language that's easier to sign up. Help 3 people sign up into Neolaf in 1 month. So when you have done that, we call that a 3 in 30. But hey, it doesn't have to be 3 people. Maybe some people might say, hey, no, I can't do 3 people in 1 month. No problem. Let's take that one out. You can introduce 2 people. If you couldn't do 2 people in 1 month, no problem. You can introduce 1 person. This is your business. It's a free enterprise. You can do as much as you are capable to do. You won't be called into your boss's office. Believe me, because you are your own boss here. Now, if you have introduced 1 person, just want to show you how easy it is. Let's say you've introduced 1 person. That means it's that 1 person plus yourself. That is 2 people. That means now your business does 200 points. When that happens, you make what we call an RP, retail profit. If the following month, the 2 of you can go and introduce 1 person each. Now, how many people you are? You are 4 people. Slowly but surely, you are growing this organization. Now your business is now doing 400 points. And what is nice is that when it does 400 points, you no longer doing, you are now doing 150 rands. That is in a form of profit and a bonus. Neolife has got this thing at the end of each and every month. You've done 400 points, the company will pay you a bonus into your account. Then the following month, the 4 of you introduce 1 person each, and now you are 8. And you can see your business gives you 500 rand. I'll move in faster now, and now you are 16, 1,500 rand. You are 32, your business does 3,200 points, and you will be making a staggering 6,000 rands. I mean, you tell me, ladies and gentlemen, can you get someone to give you 6,000 nowadays? You can't even make 6,000. Some people can't make 6,000 on purpose, let alone by mistake, as we are talking here. And if you carry on growing your business will be now doing 6,400 points, and you get respect at Neolife when your business does 6,000 points and above, because you will then be called a director. A director starts to travel the world, or places, as my wife was saying. And on top of that, you will be making no less than 15,000 rands per month. 15,000 rands. Think about it. Let your mind run wild. What would you do with 15,000 rands per month, each month? And I can tell you, you will start to eliminate all your debt and to become a saver and an investor. But it all starts with small steps, as I was saying. If you want to take it really wild like my wife and I did, then you can work yourself up to become a World Team member. As a World Team member, you help those 3 people to become directors like yourself. If you have helped 3 people become directors per month and every single month, you won't be making less than 25,000 to 60,000 rands. I don't know what you're sitting there thinking right now. What would you do with this kind of money? You tell me. I remember when I sat in my first meeting listening to this, man, I even forgot that there was someone talking in front of me because I had gone, wow, my mind had gone away thinking what I would be doing with this kind of money. If you duplicate your business, double the efforts, and you help 6 people, you will be making over 100,000 rands per month. Sure. Anyway, this is no longer a dream. I know that it is something that my wife and I have experienced and are experiencing. That is why we are so passionate about Neolife. And just wish that we could have more people who join us to come and experience this kind of life. If you want a better life, if you want to improve your lifestyle, is in Zulu we say, pick up the cross and follow us. Come and enjoy this life with us. Things are happening for us. Whatever she has mentioned, yes, it's true. And it's true because we said, we need to be brave. People, when you start such a business and you make an investment, a lot of people nowadays spend the investment that is needed in one dinner. One night, having gone out for dinner, they spend the investment that is needed in this business. And I'm saying to you, here's a challenge. You have been brought in to come and have a look at what Neolife is all about. I dare you to say yes tonight. Linda in Samgave, 28 years ago, said yes. Start doing something. And rich people nowadays, when you look around, most wealthy people have not found jobs. They've gone and built networks. Here's an opportunity to build a network where the potential, income potential, is limitless. It's as high and big as you want it to be. The only thing that is needed here is to wear a positive mental attitude and follow the proven methodology of how to build it. This is one business where the minute you sign up, you've got the whole upline trying to make sure that you become a success in this opportunity. I urge you tonight to turn to the person who invited you and say to them, you know what, let's not waste any time. Let's just sign up and start to make this thing a reality for us. Because if Linda and Samge did it, so can you. You can do it. And I urge all distributors to keep their lights, their flames burning for others. There are so many people who are so much in need, desperate need of what we have to offer.